Follow these 5 very simple steps to always get the haircut that you really want. Hi guys, how are you? I'm Robin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, yesterday I got my hair cut and I thought instead of just getting it done and Instagram storying it, I thought I'm gonna film little bits of it and go through the process, the 5 sort of steps that go into getting the haircut you really want. Now, the first one might seem obvious, but this is all about research. Researching the hairstyle and also researching the barber or the hairdresser you're going to. Now, I actually don't use Pinterest that often, but I really like using it for hairstyles. I go straight on, I search various things, and then you'll get sort of like similar hairstyles to really kind of work out what you want. I then will create a board, and I know that I want my hair to be slightly longer. I'm over the fade, I want to go more classic. So I did search men's classic styles, but you could be searching buzz cut, skin fade, long hairstyles, and really create your own mood board. Also, if you see a guy out in the street and you like his hair, ask him where he got his hair cut. Recommendations are the best way to go to a barber or a hairdresser that knows their trade. All of my best haircuts have actually come from recommendations, and the one which I had cut, which you'll see today for this, was Johnny at Barber, and that actually came from a PR I worked with quite a lot, and she said, you need to go to him, he is great. Now, my second top tip is to be realistic. I have spoken about this before, but be realistic about what you can do with your hair. I am actually, again, when I was training, I had a lot of guys that would come in and show me a picture, which we'll get onto. And it was 1, models, and 2, they had very different hair types. You know, if you've got very coarse Asian hair and it's short, you're not gonna be able to do a huge quiff. You know, you're gonna have to grow it out or relax the hair slightly. In the same sort of vein, if you're thinning or you've got fine hair like me, then you're really gonna have to put a lot of work in that in order to get the style you want. You know, be realistic in what you can get, and your barber or your hairdresser should be able to help you out with stuff like that. Now, my third tip is all about going as you. It's going styled. Now, I did this yesterday. Here's what happened. Although Johnny's cut it before, you know, he knows what I like in my hair, but really what this gives him or her, your barber, your haircut, gives them an opportunity to see how you're styling it, you know, what your own personal style is, and also kind of what your hair can do. I might go in and he might say, you know, actually Robin, I think we can maybe move the part up higher, or I think we could put it slightly lower, or maybe we need to go a bit cleaner around the ears. This will just give them more of an insight into you and the potential, I'm gonna say, of your hair. My fourth tip is about using all that research you did in terms of the pictures and showing your barber exactly what you want. This is the point where the barber might say, I can't do that today, we might have to grow the hair out slightly and maybe do it in 4 weeks, or yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna do this, this and this. And it's at that point that you can say, oh, actually, can I keep it slightly longer there? Or I like to wear it this way, or I'd actually like to change it up slightly. This is really the consultation. It's so important. Tip 5 really leads on from this, and this is the communication. Communicate throughout. I mean, I'm not saying to check in on them and say, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that shouldn't be like that, because I actually, again, in the training, had a few guys in the chair who were so tetchy that it really put me on edge. And again, try and relax, but you can say to them like, oh, how's that looking? Or, oh wow, that looks great. Or, oh, that's quite short. You know, again, you're paying for a service. Ensure you're getting what you want. And this should help. Now, I should say, I am always so pleased with my cut from Johnny. I will show you, I mean, you're seeing bits here, exactly what he did.
People make a mistake cutting the top square. Yeah. Right? In actual fact, it should be like that.
Yeah, and angle.
Or it should be like that, really, rather. I mean, so be short on this side, longer on that side. But because we have a little bit of weight here, that's when we bring it across the parting. Yeah. And that stops that flat that you see a lot of people wear side partings, right? From a hairdressing barber perspective, it's called a skirt graduation with a parting. From a customer's point of view, who doesn't like to speak technically, he likes his hair side parting. Side parting. So that's what we say.
Perfect, thank you very much. So there you go guys, the 5 top tips or steps in order to get the haircut that you really want. I promise you, you know, stick with these, keep checking with the barber, the communication is so important and you will get there. I know how daunting it can be, especially when you've had bad experiences in the past, but stick with them. and you'll get there. But thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have and you've not yet subscribed, then please do press subscribe right now. The button is just up there. There's also more video suggestions down there. Stay with me and watch them. My blog's there, my Instagram. For my Instagram stories, you'll see cuts and styling all up there, and also my podcast. But I'll see you in the next new video. It's Brand Battle, episode 4, season 3, Sunday.